Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
There's a ton of time left in this game. They don't need to feel like this is desperation mode, but they do feel the urgency to get stops, and that sack's going to go a long way to getting them off the field here. Continue to come away giving up no points, give the ball back to your offense, and see if they can start chipping away.
On the give, it's Jones. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
3rd and long. Now, Darnold. Here comes the screen to Jones. Well, this one is in reverse again. They're going to lose more yardage here, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's always hard as an offense to waste such great field position, but they had a short field to work with, not able to pick up a single first down. So give a lot of credit for the defense stopping this drive before it really got started.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Dotson, the man in motion. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw, Hurts. This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. To throw is Hurts. And he's in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Eagles draw closer here. It's 21-14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. That's caught left side by Hawkinson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Darnold now to throw. That's caught once again by Hawkinson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a one-possession game. So we come upon halftime, and the visitors, the Vikings, on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The open receiver, he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They get 14 on that hookup. Good for an Eagles first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Got his man at the 6. And he'll take it on in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will even this score. It's now 21-all. So go back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. To return, it's Brandon Powell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. Darnold to throw on 1st down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Throwing, Darnold. This one brought in by Hawkinson.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Man in motion is Smith. On 1st down, it's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
What did he tell us during the week, Mike? He says, I want to get more involved in the passing game. And I'll tell you what, I can understand why he feels that way. I mean, to take that intermediate throw and turn it into a big explosive play, they got to continue to get that guy the ball.
So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Now Hurts. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. James hurts on the design run. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it is 4th and goal.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Jones. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now, this defense has no answers.
They run straight ahead with Jones. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. That is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it once more with Jones. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short. A of the first down.
So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 24-21 lead.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. Covey now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A pistol snap back to Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He gets that to Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he's going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley.
Holding offense. Second down.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. So we are through 3. Back with more After the break, you're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Here's Barkley. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On second down, Hurts. Catch made there, that's Smith. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He keeps it himself. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. A run up the middle with Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Elliott now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Chandler now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vikings offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Throwing on first and 10 is Darnold. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to tuck it and go. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll run the toss to Barkley. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's taken in right side by Goddard.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. And they'll throw here with Hurts. Taking off, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Howell now to bring it back. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense and Aaron Jones set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. This is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here's second down. Darnold to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. We are set for 4th and long. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. You got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The home team's offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Hurts to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
Now Hurts on 4th down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Eagles are going to extend their lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Howell now to bring it back. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. The ball comes out, and this is taken in by the defense. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there.
Oh, you can hear me.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Darnold now to throw. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side.
Okay, you hear me? This is good then. This is good then. It was muted in the menu options.
Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
3rd and long. Now Darnold. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 1st-round pick. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Goes back the other way for a pick-6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles tack on one more to their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Powell now to bring it back. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. He's got his man, Jefferson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Darnold. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
I'll show you what I'm doing to do the finals. The Eagles beat the Vikings, so I'm gonna force win for the Eagles. And it's the Colts at the Ravens the next